Ladies and gentlemen, politics is a very is a very funny game. Let me say funny. You know, today I listened to the deputy president telling Sakaja that he should not dare take members of Azimio in Nairobi here, I think the members of parliament and some MCS, to State House to meet Ruto before passing through him. Listen to that statement here.
Wiki iliyopita kwa maandamano, mkubwa ya wengine alisema hatambui William Ruto kama president, na walikuwa pale wakapiga makofi. So wapite kwangu wa confirm ya kwamba wanamtabua William Ruto kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Si iko namna hiyo? Kwa sababu watu hawezi kaa pale wanasema wamtabui rais na wanapiga makofi, alafu tunachukua tunawapeleka wa rais. Si lazima tuwakague kwanza? Mnataka tuwaweke kwa kilo kwa latili namna hii? Mmenipatia hiyo kazi. So governor, hiyo watu yako wakina babu uletea kwangu kwanza, nipime. Nikiona wako sawa sawa tusukume kwa rais wetu. And we want to say, na tunataka tuseme namna hii, wale ambaye wanasema hawamtabui rais.
Sasa mtu hawezi kutana na rais kama Rigathi hajasign. I just analyzed yesterday that the Cold War between Rigathi and Sakaja is deeper than what we are seeing in public. I don't know what you think. In fact, it is very laughable because first, Babu would not meet Sakaja. Let's start there. I don't know. If Babu must meet Sakaja before meeting Ruto, then the meeting with Ruto will not happen. Cannot happen. This can be understood that Sakaja is speaking in the context of the unity politics that he's been speaking about. He spoke about this in Kisumu, and then I think he also repeated it when he was talking about this in Embakasi. But there is politics, things don't just happen because everything must always have a motive behind it. So you can ask yourself, why Sakaja is talking about that? Is it a possibility? Is it a possibility? And what's your take in this? Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I want us to look at this factor and what's happening, my interpretation of what is going on. I know, I am wondering whether Rigathi appointed himself the political will of the president, or it is by design that they decided that there are a lot of political decisions that Rigathi Gachagua have to be involved. Is it by intentional, or is just trying to man-mark the president? You know, and Sakaja, when Sakaja was talking, he was talking about these members of parliament. Then I ask yourself, do you think Azimio would meet these members of parliament, would meet president, these ones in Nairobi, majority of which are from ODM, would meet president without the nod or the go-ahead from Raila Odinga? Do you think? So there was a clear message there. And Rigathi took that time and was simply telling the president that don't dare speak to anyone on Raila's side without me knowing. Could it be they're also telling, you know, look at how you can understand it, but there is a possibility. Now, could Sakaja be the link between Ruto and Raila? Is Sakaja asking Ruto, is Sakaja delivering Ruto message to Raila that I want to meet Raila team? Could it be? It is not by coincidence because, guys, Sakaja appointed a minister who was a personal assistant to Raila Odinga, very close to Raila Odinga, and he's been fighting battles in Nairobi that he's having a soft spot with Raila's team. That has been going on. So he's been speaking about this unity of when the day Raila and Ruto will talk, I am going to mediate between them. So could it be that already of course Sakaja cannot just come out in public and say that atapeleka wale wabunge wakutane. Of course it can't just happen. It could be a talk. Was he simply telling Ruto, using him to tell Rigathi that I will meet with Raila's team? And I'll try to debunk it this way. Could be the testing waters of what Rigathi will say. What Rigathi will say. No, I was just talking to someone today, and I know yesterday she was asking the kind of messaging that Raila team are doing. If they were to get to a handshake, do you think they can manage the crowd? And that handshake, how would it be? How would it help Raila? Of course, even in future, even the Kalonzos, how would it be? I was just asking myself this question. The way I don't recognize. And I saw Kurokot saying that I don't recognize is a statement. It's starting there, it's another handshake loading. I don't recognize. That was the same. Would you think if Raila does that and then repeats another handshake, how will you convince the public? Because I can tell you for sure, the 2017 handshake received a backlash, but it was just because Raila already knew very well how he would manage. And it took him like 6 to 1 year to convince his supporters that handshake was a good idea. And it has to be moved forward, the BBI and the other programs that followed handshake is what actually actualized that ideology. So now, that would be the question. Sakaja could have been sent to say this in public and just to test what Rigathi is going to say, or what do you think will be stake. Maybe Ruto is thinking, oh, I need to talk to Raila. I need to look for Raila. But I can't tell Rigathi. Or maybe he's told Rigathi and Rigathi has refused. Ultimately, I can tell you, ultimately, Raila and Ruto will have to meet and talk. Ultimately. Itafanyika. Wachana na siasa na hapa ya. Leave alone what you guys are seeing in public. I wish you can speak from a point of knowledge. People will talk. Utaona. In public or in private, it will happen. Whether you like it or not, it will happen. Itafanyika. And advantage, Mimi, if it happens in public, I will know. If it happens in private, I will know. So I will tell you. So just make sure you subscribe here. Now, there is insecure talks. Rigathi looks insecure. I don't know why. Kwani Ruto cannot do his things without him. No, I remember when Ruto goes somewhere, Rigathi will always be behind him and try to man-mark him here and there. But that also shows that he's a man who is not secure. It feels like something gonna happen and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. I can tell you, Babu Wino cannot meet Rigathi Gachagua. If he's supposed to meet Ruto and has to go through Rigathi, that can't happen. And the discussion is coming at a time when Raila is heading to Jacaranda. And of course, it's more of a resistance rallies that are going on. I see a lot of Wanteko in public, very strong words in public, defensive statements in public. But at the end of the day, they talk about that. They say it's not possible. They're asking what next, but they talk about it. But at the same time, they're like, there's no problem. Let it happen. I was told we're going to allow this and that to happen. So we're waiting. What do you support? Do you think Rigathi will? It's wise. You must meet Rigathi before meeting Ruto. Should that be the way things are supposed to be? Telling you, bado. Let's meet in the next.